Welcome back to the last receiving a massive gun collection video. It's the last video because I did it. It's finally done. Everything is cataloged, photographed, and uploaded to the auction website. All I have to do is press start and the auction is live. But if you haven't been following along and you're seeing this video for the first time, here's a quick recap. We had a seller come in and bring part of his dad's collection. He says it's about 1/8 of the total collection. This is the stuff that he's been tripping over, and he said, you know what, it's time to give it a new home and let somebody else appreciate it. And there are a lot of different items in here. You have some chances to own real pieces of history, and if you want to see what's all in this auction, you can wait till it goes live, or you can go back and watch the last 6 videos. The seller also brought in more items for me. He's been watching the videos and said, hey, you know what? I got some more stuff to offload. So I'll show you that stuff in just a minute here. We'll also go over how the auction is going to work. And then I'm going to show you some lots that you should probably keep an eye out for that I think will be more popular than others. So let's get into it. All right, really quick, let's go over what the seller brought in. He brought in a lot of brass. These boxes are filled with brass casings for reloading. There's a ton of different calibers here in different quantities, and so it all had to be counted and gone through. Next, we got some more ammo, pretty much a bunch of vintage ammo. Okay, and then we got a couple extra maple gun stock blanks here. And then if you remember, I showed this M19 Sherman tank optic. Didn't really know what it was at the time. Did a little more research. I did a short on it. This is actually a prop that would have been used on Han Solo's blaster from Star Wars. It's amazing what those prop guys just threw together. And when I showed that short video, the seller said, hey, I have more of those. 4 more to be exact. We have these other Sherman tank optics. So these are actually a different model. These are a little larger, but these were still used in Star Wars, believe it or not. These are on the Stormtrooper blasters. These are still sought after optics for anybody that's recreating Star Wars blasters. He did bring me another German ZF4 optic. This is just the regular optic, not the rare BZZ. This is a DDX Hotchkiss 37mm projectile. There might be another couple other odds and ends in here, but let's kind of get into how this stuff is lotted together so it makes sense. I'm not going to go through everything again, but I'll show you how it's kind of put together, and then that way you know what to expect when you look at the auction. And of course, we have all of the guns that are going to kick off the auction. So these will be the first items that you see, and we have those all lotted. They're all individual. There aren't any guns that are together in a package. The only kind of like package deal for a gun is probably going to be, well, we have 2. We have the Winchester model 1885 with its optic, and then we have the Springfield trapdoor here that we're putting the cartridge case with. All right, so starting over here, we have those flintlock pistols. These wood boxes here contain those shotgun and muzzle loading projects. We have air rifles, of course. This is that British Saxby air rifle that takes the air pump to fill those little cartridges. If you haven't watched my short on that, it's pretty unique. These are those competition air rifles. And so we have a little tool chest full of parts. A tool chest here filled with air rifle tools. We have a tote full of gun stocks in there. 2 lots here. This whole tub down here is a lot, and it's full of pellets and BBs. Same thing with this bag here, filled with pellets and BBs. And then we have a ton of air pistols here, CO2 and pump. There's a whole tub here full of optics. Here's those tank optics that we were talking about earlier, and those German optics as well. And then this case here has a bunch of black powder supplies. So when we were going through this, we tried to put like with like, kind with kind. And so this has a bunch of different like black powder, reloading supply stuff in here. All these totes here are individual, and then this box here is all parts. And this cardboard box is part of that lot as well, full of parts as well. And then we have the wood blank stocks. Some of them are shaped and almost ready to go, and then others are more raw, like this oak one here that definitely would have to get finished and shaped. We're gonna do this whole tub of ammo together. Once I thought of like pulling everything out and doing it individual, it would kind of go down a rabbit hole. So we're going to put all of it together. And some of these boxes are empty, but they are vintage boxes. But most of these have ammo in it. Then we have all those brass casings in these boxes. This tote here is filled with what I would call parts, part guns. They're damaged guns, guns that aren't working, air rifles, not real guns. So these are like parts for air rifles to build it out. We have our uniforms and hats. We have another box of like rifle and muzzleloader stocks. Some of them are in pretty good shape. And then really probably the hardest part of all this was the barrels. We basically separated it all like kind with kind and like with like. This is an example. Like this box here has 8 black powder barrels and they're different calibers, different lengths. And then this box here, like these are 3 Vickers machine gun barrels. So if you happen to have a Vickers machine gun, I got a few barrels for you. And basically we just kind of lotted that out with all the other barrels. This will be the biggest lot of all the barrels. This has 19 different barrels and they're all different calibers, different sizes for rifles. Okay, so this one I have to explain a little bit. The cabinet itself is its own lot. But what we did is we separated the whole left side of drawers into one lot. This middle set of drawers a lot, and then the right hand side also a lot. So when you bid on those, we're just going to empty those contents into a box. You won't get the actual drawer, I should say. But the cabinet itself is going to be its own lot, and it is a local pickup only. Unfortunately, that's just going to cost too much to ship, so we won't be shipping out that whole thing. Also, when you look at the tubs here and back there on the table, if you win those and you need it shipped, we're just going to ship the contents in boxes without the tubs as well. I would like to point out though too, like this drawer here, just on its own, this whole drawer is worth retail about $2,500. I almost forgot. We actually found a whole other gun that I didn't get to show in any of the other videos because the receiver was buried in here. The barrel was mixed in with all the barrels. So let me show you that gun real quick. It's actually this guy right here. All right, so this is a Parker Bros double barrel black powder shotgun with a Damascus barrel. And it was kind of funny. I saw the buttstock and the receiver sitting in the bottom of that shopping cart. And I just walked by the barrels. And the bottom of the barrel, I caught my eye and it just happened to see that the serial number on the barrel matched the serial number of the receiver. And I was like, what are the chances that that's a coincidence? It wasn't. They were definitely meant for each other. So this is a pretty cool old heavy double barrel black powder shotgun. This gun is not going to be, because we found it at the end, it's not going to be lotted with these. So look for this guy towards the back end of the auction. Specifically, lot number 172. Okay, so let's talk about how we have the auction set up. We've been telling you throughout all the videos over this last month, make sure you sign up for the email newsletter so you get notified when the auction goes live. Because when we send out that notification, we have a direct link, and that direct link will show you the entire catalog. If you were to go to just this auction site's website and search for us, if we had stuff in the auction that, looks scary, well, it's more of like a liberal site, so they won't show it. You have to go to the direct website link of ours. What we're going to do is all of the items from the massive gun collection, everything is going to be in this auction, and it's going to be labeled with an auction number and then the initials DM after the number. That way you'll know that's what was in this auction video series. Our normal auction items will have just the number plus ZZ. So I did ZZ so that it would come after these items. So when you look in the auction and you see a number plus DM, then you know it came from this massive gun collection. By combining both together, we're gonna have about 300 lots. So it's gonna be a pretty big auction. But you're also gonna have time. The way that the auction is set up is it's a soft close. So under 3 minutes, if you bid, it's either 3 minutes or a minute and a half. If a bid comes in, then it resets to 3 minutes. So there's not going to be any sniping. Also, we do dollar bid increments. So it does not matter what dollar amount it's at. If it's at $5, the next bid is $6. If it's at $1,000, the next bid is $1,001. Don't feel like you gotta shell out more than what you want to. At least $1 next bid is what we require. So we try to keep it as reasonable as we can for everybody. All right, and the next thing is, what is the auction? Well, as of this video, that auction is live. So we are going to go from Saturday, June 27th to Saturday, July 18th. So on July 18th, the auction will start to close in the evening. So just pay attention to the closing time. What we really like about this website is you can go put in like your high bid, what you would max pay for something, and then you could walk away. You could literally put in your high bid and then walk away. Don't even worry about it. If somebody matches your highest bid but doesn't bid over it, you win. Tie goes to you because you put your high bid in. So I hope that makes sense. If you want to get information on this auction and where to go, you have to sign up for our email newsletter. I will be sending out emails throughout the next 3 weeks notifying you that the auction is live and hey, go bid on it. So if you have any other questions, you can always reach out to us, email or phone call, and we'll let you know how to get there. Now let's go over some of the items I think you should watch out for. All right, let's start with Lot 30 DM, which is the Sharps 50 cal. This is a chance to own a real piece of history. This one's cool. And while we're over here, the other one I would say to watch out for is this Winchester model 1885 219 improved zipper with its optic and its carrying case. That is lot number 28 DM. This little Italian over-under 410 shotgun, lot number 10 DM, is another one worth watching out for. These don't come to market often. We can't forget about our little Han Solo blaster optic, the M19 Sherman optic, which is lot 111 DM. We also have the super rare ZF4 optic, that is the BZZ for an FG42, lot number 114 DM. And of course we have these other Sherman tank optics that would be used for Stormtrooper blasters. Lots 124, 122, and 123 DM. Gotta go with the whole crate of vintage ammo. Lot number 140 DM. We can't forget about the Thompson Center single shot pistol with the whole briefcase full of barrels. Lot number 52 DM. Now there are a lot of good items in this auction, but this one is pretty rare. This is that Johann Novotny 20 gauge double barrel shotgun, manufactured in 1860s. These rarely come to market. These are usually held in family collections, and you just don't see them basically leave Europe. But it's got real gold on it. Check it out at lot number 47 DM. I just want to close with this really quick. The auction is a service that we provide to local customers to help offload their items. But it's also a great way for you to help support us and our channel. So by participating in this auction, it really helps us out. If you don't see anything in this auction that you're looking for or that you want to bid on, head over to our website. We've got merch over there. We got our branded stuff. I've got retro rifle shirts. We've got SavTac shirts. That's another great way to support us. But if you happen to have a massive gun collection that you need to offload, please send it our way. We'd love to help you out with that. Also, if you have just one or two items you'd like to get rid of, say maybe like a SIG MCX or, I don't know, an Uzi with a bayonet, we would love to auction that off for you as well. But thank you very much for tuning in and following along in this series. I really appreciate it. I know our customer is really going to appreciate it as well. So good luck bidding, and we will see you on the next one.